Hi, welcome to Child Development 104, Guidance for Young Children. In this welcome video, I am going to be taking you through the course. I will go into the course structure, a little bit of the course schedule, talk you through some of the kind of bigger points for the course, and just kind of get you situated into the class. In order to do that, I'm going to go ahead and share my screen with with the course. So you should be seeing the course as it looks. So mine is going to look a little bit different because I'm on my professor view, but for the most part, we should be seeing the same thing whenever we log on. So once you get into Palomar and once you click on the 104 course, it should look something like this. The very first module will always remain the same. It is our Welcome to Class module, and it says Start Here, Course Resources and Information. This will be this video, the syllabus, and then the textbook information as well, and then also kind of how to contact me. The best way to contact me is actually to look over to the left-hand side to this vertical toolbar, and my mouse is circling inbox. And from there, just shoot me a message. So that just goes to my Palomar professor email. And it updates fairly fast, like every 15 minutes, I think. I'm getting something in my inbox. So like if you send it to me, I won't see it immediately. It'll take about 15 minutes to hit my inbox. I check my inbox in the summer mornings and afternoons. So I have three kids. So I typically check it fairly early in the morning before my day kind of gets started with the kids. And then I check it in the evening as well. And then I'm typically available in the middle of the day as well. That's kind of when I get my grading. When kids are at camp and stuff like that is when I do all of my grading and my course updating and my course structure as well. So that's kind of my summer kid work schedule is I do it fairly early in the morning. I check my email in the afternoon, and then I typically get to grading and things in the middle of the day as well. So please expect a response to me within normal business hours. So if I see it, I will respond to you right away. And then once again, I'm checking it kind of twice daily. And then beyond that, I do not check my email at night. So after about 4 o'clock is when I'm wrapping up my day. I do not check my emails late at night, and I don't check my emails during the weekend either. I'm a normal human being. I'm not a bot who's kind of teaching this class or an AI or anything like that. So expect just kind of normal business hours for me, Monday through Friday, kind of earlier in the morning, maybe about 7 o'clock to 5 p.m. Once again, when I see it, I will respond to you. So if you're doing it later at night, don't expect a response till the evening. So I'm going to go through some other kind of larger things that we have. So this is an asynchronous class, meaning that you yourself can log on whenever it is best for you. But you do need to be on weekly. This is a cumulative class, cumulative, like all classes are within child development, especially even in STEMs and things like that. What you learn in the first week, you then take that knowledge and you apply it to the second, third, fourth, fifth. So if you miss the first week, jumping in the fifth week or the seventh week is not advantageous to you because you've missed a lot of work. So you need to log on every single week. A best practice would be to log on earlier in the week, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, see what's going on, check the assignments, check what is kind of happening with course content. If you have questions, ask me so I have plenty of time to respond to you so that you kind of understand what is going on. Um, if you work weekends, I totally, absolutely understand. I mean, if you're going to be working on this class weekends, totally understand. I would say that's fairly common is nights and weekends for this class. And that's why somebody has chosen an online asynchronous class. Totally understand, love that, and would love to support you kind of in your educational journey as you're taking asynchronous classes. But once again, you need to be on weekly. There is an assignment due every single week. And then also you need to be kind of engaging in the course weekly as well in order to gain that knowledge that you can build on it every single week. This does also segue into kind of my late work policy. I do accept late work, but I need to have kind of prior approval or prior communication with me before accepting late work. So once again, we are avoiding the not logging on every week. So if you haven't been on for 3 weeks, and I can see all of your course stats and things like that about like when the last day was that you logged on and things like that. If you log on the first week and then you log back out and you try to get back in the seventh week and do all of your work, that's not going to work. You've missed course content, you've missed discussions, you've missed reading, you've missed a lot of different things. Instead, the best policy is to find a time and day that works best for you. So maybe it's Saturday night, maybe it's Thursday morning, maybe it's Sunday night. I don't know what it is. Find a time and day that's best for you each week. Log on every single week and check in. Also, once again, because I am a human being who's working regular kind of business hours, what you need to do is kind of take a look at it and make sure that there's no help, support, or concerns that you need to kind of have with me. And then you could email to me and I could help you throughout the week as well. If you're only looking at Sunday night, I'm not going to be available Sunday night in order to help you. So the best thing to do, log on earlier, take a look at it, and then find a really regular, consistent time in your own routine schedule that works best for you to kind of do this consistent work. This is an 8-week course, so it goes fairly fast. For every 3-unit class, for each unit, you're expected to spend 3 hours of work. Since this is a super fast class and we're doing it in half the time of a normal semester, that means you should be spending 9 to 12 hours a week kind of working on this class, working on the weekly assignments, and then we have kind of larger assignments throughout the week or a semester that we're also going to be working on as well. As far as office hours, I do not have office hours. The college does not pay for office hours in the summer, so I'm not going to be on campus at any set time, and I'm not going to be holding any Zoom office hours as well. Does that mean you can't meet with me? Absolutely not. If you would like to Zoom with me or have me give you a phone call or something like that, please email me with a couple of times that work really well for you, and then I will choose one and I will send you a Zoom link and we can meet in a little Zoom whenever you kind of need additional support. Please know that that's always available. I want to meet you guys where you need. And for me, especially, sometimes I just need to talk, face to face or Zoom with somebody before I can kind of understand something a little bit more. And I know that for many of you, that might also be the case. So if you need additional support, email me or send me a message here on Canvas with a couple of times that would work for you for Zoom, and then I will respond with and choose one as well. So right now I'm going to kind of take you through the course structure. Then I'm going to talk about 2 kind of larger assignments that we'll have throughout the semester. And then I'm going to kind of wrap up the video. I'm trying to keep these shorter and sweeter. Because they're shorter and sweeter, though, it's your responsibility to kind of read through the syllabus and make sure that you kind of see all of my class policies and things like that. But I'm trying to keep these little videos a little bit short and sweet. Here is our course module, or our kind of course outline. It will always look like this on Canvas. So the first module will be Welcome to Class. This is where you'll have the syllabus, this welcome video, and any kind of pertinent information will always be in these course resources and information tab. Student support and services is just what Palomar offers. We've got kind of tutoring, we've got disability support. I put all of those links in one place. It is summer, campus is open. Typically campus is open like Monday through Thursday. Not every campus is open on Fridays, and a lot of times they will kind of close down offices at midday as well, or maybe not even be open on Friday, to kind of have a 410 so that the people who work, our wonderful staff and classified who work all year round for us, can kind of have their summer as well. So they typically work 410s Monday through Thursday. So before you go to campus to get any resources, click on a link or make a phone call and make sure that they are going to be open and available for you. A lot of our satellite campuses as well might have very limited hours as well. We still have all of our wonderful services, just definitely take a look during summer. A larger kind of assignment that we will have, and I'll have a separate video right here in the child observation, but we are going to be doing some observations. This first little module is observation basics. So if you have never done observations before because of a child development class, we just haven't gotten to it. Maybe you haven't taken child growth and development where we do observations. Maybe it's been a couple of years, maybe you're jumping back into it. But if you are kind of new to the observation game, definitely hit up this module that I'm circling right here called Observation Basics. I kind of go over the whys and hows of a simple observation. To kick us off, I just have a very simple 10-point virtual observation assignment. So you're just going to be watching a video of some kiddos playing, and you're going to do a simple little observation. This is just to kind of reset us, or maybe for some of you, it'll be your first time doing an observation. A lot of times it's easy in our virtual space, right? Because it's a YouTube video. You can click it 15 times if you want, watch it as many times as you want. Try to kind of remind yourself, or for the first time, practice your skills of observation. Then I have another module called Using Observation to Document and Reflect, and this goes a little bit more into detail about different types of observations and why we might use it in a child guidance class, right? To document behaviors that we might be seeing, to reflect on those behaviors, to gain more information, more data about children in order to helpfully change their relationships, change their outset and their mindset and our mindset in order to get more positive guidance outcomes. Then we have two in-person observations. One is due July 14th and the other is due July 21st. So these are two in-person observations, and I'll have more kind of another video available for you in this module that will talk about where you can observe, how you can observe, what type of observations they are. So that will be in this child observation module, so look out for that as well. But just so you know, there are going to be observations. Once again, new to observations or getting back in the game, check out this module. Everybody's doing a virtual observation assignment due July 7th, which is only 10 points. It's a simple little virtual observation where you watch a video to kind of remind ourselves or to get back or to get some new skills when we're looking and observing children. And then you have an in-person observation. You have two in-person observations. One is just a normal kind of play and development observation, and then the other one is a checklist observation. Those are due July 14th and July 21st. So definitely put those on your kind of schedule for when these are due. So that's the child observation one. Then another larger assignment that we have is our book club. We have kind of a book that we're going to be reading. I'll have another very short video, but we're going to be reading this book, How to Talk So Kids Will Listen and Listen So Kids Will Talk. This is my own copy that I've had about 10 years. I bought this even before I was teaching at Palomar. As my kids were getting older, I was struggling with kind of developing positive relationships as they kind of hit that elementary school. Having been a preschool teacher for so long, and infant toddler especially, I kind of felt quite secure in relationships and building good relationships and talking with my kids when they were little, but I needed some additional support. So this is a very old copy that I've had for a really long time. We're going to be reading this, and we're going to be having some online virtual discussions about it as the kind of semester goes on. And then at the very end, you are going to record yourself here on Canvas. There's like a little camera. It's very easy. You're going to record yourself just talking about the class and talking about the book and talking about guidance and how all of those things, the course content, reading the book, having the book discussions have kind of changed your ideas or maybe reinforced ideas that you had about guidance and children. And I will also have a video in the instructions and reading schedule for you guys as well. So and that was due July 23rd. So in June, we're going to be kind of rocking and rolling. We're going to be getting some course content, but then in July, we've got assignments being due very, very regularly. This is in addition to our weekly work. So best practice, once again, it would probably be in your own planner or on your phone to also kind of write down those larger days for the observations and book club so that you know when they are due as well. Once again, I do accept late work, but you're going to need to email me, have a conversation with me, have a Zoom with me, or just kind of generally let me know before you kind of are going to be late with something. Once again, I'm not allowing kind of lots and lots of late work to be submitted. But if you're having a rough week or you're having a hard time at work or your kid fell and broke their leg or any number of those types of things, just send me an email. Hey, I'm having a hard week, or, you know, my kid's arm got broken or something like that. I'm going to be a little bit late, and I'll be like, absolutely. And maybe I'll send you some resources and support that Palomar could help and things like that as well. Because we have scholarships, we have grants, we have tech support, we have so many resources. So a lot of times when people are emailing me, I can be like, hey, this is what Palomar has. And you've paid for it. You've paid your units to be here. You paid your student fees, all of those types of things. So you should use your resources so that you're successful in this class. Part of the prior approval or prior communication before you're late is so that I can connect you with those resources and also make sure that you're feeling good about the class so that you can stay in class and get support so you can be successful. So each week kind of looks the same. So typically in like week one, this is kind of our syllabus week. So this is a gentle kind of introduction to the class. But typically what's going to happen is I have 20 points of assignments due each week. So it might be one assignment that's larger. It might be three assignments. One's 5, one's 10, something like that. But each week you're going to have 20 kind of point assignment in some configuration that's going to be due the following Monday. So every Monday I'll open a bunch of work and then you have 7 days until it's due again. But typically what happens is like right here, I have why guidance matters. So I have some introduction, I have some writing. Typically I'll have some images that maybe will highlight something for you. And then there'll be a short, once again, I'm trying this summer to have short and sweet little kind of videos to reinforce a concept to you. So for this one, I'm just kind of talking about developmentally appropriate practice, why guidance matters, stuff like that. So you're going to have some course content right here in this little module. And then with any introduction, with any kind of introductory week, syllabus week, you've got to introduce yourself. It's a fast-paced class. It's summer. I need to have a roster kind of by Friday to the college, which means that by Wednesday, as I've already kind of sent you an announcement post, you need to introduce yourself. So by Wednesday, you need to introduce yourself. If you haven't posted in this post, I might not know that you're in class and you might get dropped. So by Wednesday night, you need to introduce yourself. Just, hey, this is who I am. And then I'm asking for a picture as well. This will let me know, hey, I am in the class and engaged as well. And then I can get that roster, send it to the college, and then the college sends it to the state. There's a lot of bureaucratic stuff. That's why we have rosters. Okay, and then the last thing is for this week is a 15-point guidance quiz. So there's 15 easy questions. Some of them are true or false, some of them are short answers, so like 1 or 2 sentences, but all about guidance. So you're going to do a little reading in this quiz, and then you're going to answer some questions. And this is going to give you some good knowledge to kind of propel you into the rest of class. So what guidance is, how do we think about guidance and stuff like that. So you're going to have 2 short readings within this quiz. And this is an open book class basically. So any reading I give you, download. If you want, you can print it. I wouldn't recommend, you're going to have some printing costs, but download it, put it on a Kindle, put it on your iPad, something like that, and have available while you take the quiz. Any quizzes, any assignments, anything like that, any readings that I give you are free online. So have them available while you're taking the quiz so that you are set up for success. This isn't like you have to read it, internalize it, and then answer a quiz. They're absolutely available to you at any time. And then we have week 2, week 3. So this is just giving you examples of what things might look like. So for week 5, you have only one assignment. It's a design your own environment. So we're gonna be talking about environments that build relationships, what happens inside and outside, the environment kind of being another teacher. So in a classroom, you have physical, human teachers that are teaching you. You have your peers who are supporting you and modeling you and engaging with you. You have your families who are supporting you, and then you have your environment, the toys, the materials. So how would we set that up to support really good guidance? So like that's an example. So there's only one. In week 3, though, I think there's a discussion board worth 10 points, and I think there's also a small assignment worth 10 points. So every week on Monday, I open something that's worth 20 points. It might be 3 assignments, might be 1 assignment, it might be 2 assignments, something like that. But you have 7 days until the next Monday to turn it in. So just know that there's a schedule that happens every single week. For 7 weeks, every Monday morning, I'm going to open your new course. It's going to have a lot of understanding, a lot of course content for you. Then you're going to have 20 points of assignments that you have 7 days to complete. On top of that weekly work, you also have your child observations and your book club. I like to be really transparent in the first couple of weeks about what is kind of accepted of you. Does that mean that I'm just like, hey, go have fun? No, I'm available all throughout the week to Zoom with you, answering questions by email, doing some grading as well throughout the day. But mostly I am here to kind of support you as you are kind of gaining your course knowledge through these modules that I'm going to release, these short and sweet little video lectures that I'm going to have, and then also through the course readings, which are just PDFs and kind of articles that I'll also give you as well. So that is what the first 7 weeks like. And then the week 8 is going to be a reflection. So we're just going to have a few little questions, and that's kind of like our final. But once again, it's open book, open resource, all of this type of thing. But we're mostly just going to be kind of having a tiny little final. We'll prep the week before, but the final is really just a reflection, kind of a few short answers for you to kind of talk, think, and most importantly, write about how guidance and the class has kind of helped you think more about child behavior and child development and things like that as well. So there will be a reflection. It'll just be some kind of short answer questions on the very, very last week of class. And that is kind of it. So that is the course once again. The biggest thing is my email. I am available by email Monday through Friday during normal business hours as well. This is a short and sweet welcome video to kind of take you through course structure and kind of a little bit of course content. Please make sure that in the Start Here course resources that you also download and look at my course policies that are within the course syllabus. Any questions that you have about grading policies, late policies, all of that is very much in my syllabus and welcome for you. I'm not going to go through it because once again, I've noticed that people are not watching these videos as much. So I'm trying to keep them short and sweet with the most pertinent information. So definitely check that as well. Student support services here for you to help. I'm here to help you as well, either by email or also through a Zoom. You would email me with any times and dates that work for you, and I would choose one, and we can meet at any time. Late work, once again, prior approval, prior communication with me through email inbox or a Zoom, talking about just letting me know generally what's going on. I don't need a whole backstory, but kind of what's going on, when you're going to be late, when you're going to submit the work as well. Your best practice would be to write down when the child observations are due, when the book club is due, when the video reflection for the book club is due, and then also to remember that every single week on a Monday morning, some work is done, and then I open new work. Another best practice would be a consistent schedule for you to look at those things, ask me any questions so that you're set up for success, and then having a good consistent routine of a day and time when you yourself log into class and get some work done, so that you are consistently working every single week, getting those 20 points of assignments in every single Monday, and then also just keeping an eye on your child observations and book club as well. So that is just generally the class, and that is my welcome video. I'm very excited to have you in class and excited to learn more about you guys and meet you guys in our discussion boards that we'll be having regularly throughout class. All right, I hope you enjoy class, and I will see you guys a little bit more online. Thanks, bye.